All right, let's do some class in the car. I'd like to actually do these a little bit more with you guys and answer questions and interact with you. And I think one of the best things when doing Wing Chun is, instead of always constantly demonstrating, is actually have a narrative so that you guys can have a conversation as far, or in your head, you're figuring out a math problem and not just visually seeing something. And I'll take on questions. I'll respond to comments, right? Because I can't stand, even though I get engaged in it, I can't stand the Wing Chun forums, and I'm involved in a couple different ones of them. And I posted up my 60-second Pak Sao explanation the other day. For those who haven't seen it, it's in the Wing Chun Shorts category here on the YouTube channel. This is from John Cosentine. I don't know who he is. I guess he's got a YouTube channel as well. So I do my best not to get irritated over people responding, right? But that's what we do. We put up videos and then people respond because it's open forum. So I have to work on not getting butthurt for every time somebody winds up comment, because that's what we do in Wing Chun, right? Or at least I try not to do it. Somebody puts up stuff and then the Wing Chun community swarms in to correct everybody's mistakes. It's not helping. It's just you're trying to show that you fucking think you know more. Whatever. Well, I appreciate and understand why you are teaching these concepts. Here's the backhanded shit where you walk right in and you're like, oh, dude, go fuck yourself. Why are you teaching this kind of turning is too big a movement for such a small move, which aims to redirect a straight punch. Number one, if you use Pak Sao in any opening movement, you don't know Wing Chun. I'll say that again. If you use your Pak Sao, your slapping hand, and in the form and the movement, Wing Chun or Pak Sao comes out at a 45-degree angle, comes forward and out to the side, and right where the shoulder, you see where my shoulders, I have this the edge of my vest. That's where it's further it should go. It's a training aspect. If you apply Pak Sao in an opening movement, it means that you're thinking of defending an incoming attack, and you don't know Wing Chun. Pak Sao should not be employed until a contact is already made. Grappling space, Chi Sao space, whatever you want to call it. You can achieve the same result without turning and compromising the center line if Pak is applied differently. For sure, these are traditional concepts that you are teaching and not wrong, but certainly outdated. Says who? The biggest thing with some of you guys commenting is, you guys haven't been in fights. I don't care what you say. You have not been in fights. You've been in sparring. You've been in controlled environments, but you've never been in a real fight. So many, you guys are going to be the same ones where if I got in a fight and I saved my ass with a hook punch, you'd be going, that's not Wing Chun. And I went back and forth with them on that one. So I got to address some of these comments on here. Let me look at the post. This is on the Wing Chun news group. Devlin Green says, there are times when you can bring your Pak Sao to your shoulder, depends on the stance and distance. Then it's not a Pak Sao. There's training and there's application. If you are Pak Saoing like this in a fight to an incoming punch, you're doing movie Wing Chun. You're doing Wing Chun that belongs in a Donnie Yen film. So I disagree with that aspect of it, but all right. Let's see who else. Brad Watson over on Wing Chun, the forum there. Granted, I'm still relatively new to Wing Chun. Wouldn't that compromise the center line against another well-trained Wing Chun student? The only advantage I could see if you greatly took their center line. You're always trying to get center line. A center line is this way, but guess what? My center line is also pointed that way. It's based on your intent. It's a center line and central line comment on there. Wing Chun doesn't work. Yeah, whatever. Have you seen Mark Phillips and Master Wong? How about Dave Meadows? They all used Pak Sao in opening sequence. If they missed one thing, they're in controlled environments. Every time you see Master Wong, Dave Meadows, who is dead, by the way, he passed away last year, and Mark Phillips, who I've talked to, and Mark Phillips was under Sinclair, James Sinclair, who was under Steve Lee Swift, or that's wrong, sorry, who is under Simon Lau. This is also my lineage. They're controlled environments. They're demos. It's not real fights. It's a demonstrated environment. Now, they've successfully Pak Sao openly but if they miss and put it off, your intent should never be to pak. Your intent should be to attack. So if this is a pak sao, but your intent is it's an open palm strike to the face and it connects on the way in, no, it's an open palm strike that became a pak sao. You should never have the mental intent to pak to begin with. Same thing, not like that pak sao from the wooden dummy form. It's like a parry. Don't parry. No, don't parry in Wing Chun. That's that JKD bullshit. It's not gonna work in a fight. Shit, unless it's somebody like Danny Horgan, who's 6'2", and I'm 5'7", and I step in to punch, and Danny's got all that distance. Danny can pox out because he's got all that distance. You guys sure you guys have been in fights too? I don't mean to be insulting. Let's do one more here. John Paul says, pox out should be formed forward and then to the side as you turn. If you just the movement, the side opponent be able to collapse your elbow. So when you practice pox out in the open air, pox out moves forward and to the side, not going past your shoulder. That's 100% correct in my opinion as well too. Lehman Sampson, pox out and eye jab with extended left hand simultaneously, then a straight blast to the neck, baby, headbutt, elbows, and knees. Movie Wing Chun. Guys, I really appreciate your enthusiasm on this kind of stuff. Because I can. That's my two. I'm sorry, I'm replying to a comment in the Wing Chun forum there. That's just it. That's my whole 2 cents about that. And if you're talking about, let's see what comments I missed here. Hang on, I don't want to disrespect you guys. Yip Chun, Mark Phillips. Mark Phillips trained under as well James Sinclair. James Sinclair was a student of Simon Lau. If you actually type in Simon Lau on YouTube, Simon Lau Wing Chun, you'll see a documentary from the late 70s, early 80s with a very young James Sinclair in that class, who was also with Steve Lee Swift. Steve Lee Swift came out to Chicago, taught Phil Nearing. I was under Phil Nearing for 4 or 5 years, and then I went to train with Syed Ahmad, who was under Dave Jeglin, and Dave Jeglin and Phil Nearing were both in the same class as under Steve Lee Swift. So I'm sorry, you guys got to do your research a little bit better. Satori, if somebody came up to you and tried to punch you without warning, Pox out can save you because your intention to strike is not there, you're surprised, then you're defensive. You're defensive. That's why you should train to punch off the bat. If somebody came up, put your hands up right away. I don't know how you guys are getting trained, but you're getting trained to get your asses beat. All right, that's that. I want to do some Wing Chun class in the car, but we're going to be doing more of these, but I know everybody's got an opinion, but it's my channel, so I'm going to exercise my opinion. Am I missing anybody else up here? That's that. Yes, so that's that. Hope you answered about that, Mark Phillips. Mark Phillips is also a fighter. He's a brawler. He's great, but don't forget, he's doing training stuff, and he's taller than I am. So, that's something to keep in mind as well, too. I'll see you guys in the next video, and comment, subscribe, like, share, do all that stuff. Hit those buttons, and let's get some more content.